Well, the next
This is a
step,
tough
the
one.
next step at this point for Riley is to go for ghosts, and
Oh yeah.
ghosts are going to obliterate this particular unit composition if they can get good EMPs down. Um, but that does require micro, and Riley's probably staying away from that because of its micro intensiveness. But that you can't shy away from it at this point. At 20 minutes into the game, if you haven't been harassing the daylights out of your opponent, you have to be prepared to beat them, to beat a death ball, a Protoss death ball, and that just requires, it absolutely requires ghosts at this point.
Well, yeah, I've noticed, especially in the lower leagues, I think I've only faced one game where I saw... Yeah, I've only ever been in one game where there was ghosts, and it was a single ghost scouting out one of my expansions. That was it. That's all there was.
Right.
So, ghosts are not popular in lower leagues for the exact reason, as you said, they are micro-intensive. Now, Riley could take a risk and, go for the America impersonation of the nuclear missile, but that's a bit of a risk, and it requires a lot of sinking in for cloak, and on top of that, a nuclear missile, and there's a chance it could get scouted and sniped off, and but you're right.
I agree. I think a nuke is not a bad idea here. If anything, go hit the mineral lines. Just nuke their bases a couple times. But we see photon cannons going down for Helios, and so Helios is preparing to move out here, is my guess. We see those photon cannons going down to protect from drops and from ghosts, potentially, I guess. Maybe not thinking that far ahead, but Helios definitely ready to move out, and that's what you usually see, is when you see cannons go down, Protoss are like, I gotta leave my base. So they put cannons down so that they feel safe in moving out. And I love the unit composition here from Helios, that he's not overcommitted to Colossus, but 4 Colossus with +2 will just decimate this this infantry force of Riley, and Riley's going to be in a lot of trouble here. That's a decent number of Vikings, but the damage will be done by the time all the Colossus are dead.
Oh, definitely. This is a scary, scary Protoss death ball.
Yeah.
That's really, a Helios should just move out now. There's now 5 Colossus sitting in this, and I would be confident with this. I would go. I would take a probe with him too, though, because that would be a good idea to be able to throw down a forward pylon for
some reinforcements.
Get some reinforcements. But it looks like Riley's going to blink first and move out first, so...
Well, I disagree with this. I think Riley ought to take 2 of these Selnaga towers, send a Marine to all of the other empty bases, and play it safe in the center of the map. Set himself up on the high ground and get an arc and wait for that Protoss ball and try and look for the best engaged spot, because moving up this ramp is just an impossible move right now for Riley, but going for the 3rd is even worse. Because Helios is going to come in. We've seen that Riley doesn't like backing out of these attacks, and that scares me for this. I think that Riley may end up losing this entire army here without doing the correct amount of damage. But any denial of the 3rd here is a good idea. So, we'll see how this is going to play out, but I feel like Riley is going to move in.
Well, Scanning there also pretty much announced his... Oh, dear. I was about to say Scanning would have announced his arrival, but maybe not so, and... all of a sudden, Helios is running backwards, trying to protect his 3rd, and it's gone.
Back out.
But it looks like he might get some snipes on some Vikings, will he?
I don't know. It looks like he's going to go ahead and pick off these. He's target firing the Colossus there pretty well. And great force fields, though, are forcing the engagement. This is a smart move from Helios, but maybe not the correct engage position there. It looks like Riley just got a pretty nice little deal out of that one, and Helios did clean up that entire army, but Riley is remaxing the army. He needs to go ahead and get the rest of these units out of there. Evac! For crying out loud. Honestly, I feel like pinging, because it's sad to see wasted units. You just get them out of there. You don't leave them there to die and rebuild Vikings and medevacs. Just reuse them. You know what I mean? And now Helios, with another good idea, is warping in next to the 3rd. Is going to move in, try and do some damage to the 3rd here, and that's a good idea. And Riley is going to probably have a little bit of trouble with it.
Indeed. Well, Riley is ahead in supply by about 20.
Well, yeah, but another thing that you got to consider is that he's also, 16 supply ahead in the harvester count, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you just pointed that out, and I just noticed, and, ooh, this is interesting, and I wonder what you think of this, considering, Helios has gotten his +3/+3, he is now working on his +2 shields. What you make of?
Oh, so smart. You want to have this, and this sets you up for your transition into, into Archons, where the shields are the main, determining factor there. And so cruising through here, Helios is going to deny the third, which is always good. But bunkers here, this is a great situation for Riley. I feel like Riley should be able to clean this up with not much trouble.
Interesting force field, just sort of splitting up everything, not really doing a whole much.
Yeah, I don't think the force fields were super effective there, and Helios does find himself with almost no army left, but evacuating there pretty quick was the right move. He did secure another third base. It's about halfway complete here, but oh man, I just don't know. I mean, the units tab, he's only at 42 probes, and Riley's on like 100 mining bases when it comes down to it. He's got these 2 mining bases back over here. That Ninja third is getting mined out though, actually, which is kind of funny. But he's got another base over there that's now morphing into another orbital, and retaking this third base is perfect for Riley.
He's Riley is pretty much well ahead of economy. He's floating a lot.
Yeah,
which means he can produce quicker.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he needs the minerals are the key for Riley at this point, but the key for Helios is everything right now. And how do you manage everything? Well, that means going back in time 10 minutes and changing some things at this point, because quite frankly, I mean, Helios is behind in the economy in such a big way for the late game that it's just going to be difficult to hold on here. And Riley, I think Riley's maxed out.
Nice big death ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's maxed completely. This is going to be scary for Helios, who lost all his Colossi on that one engagement at his third. And
well, it's game 2. It's match point, and Riley is quite honestly, is in position to take this win down right here with this push. And we've got 1 Colossus joining the army here for Helios. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. It's going to. Yeah, and it's going to come down to perfect force fields is really what the thing is going to be here for Helios, and historically Helios hasn't been actually super good with the force fields, so that's tough. It's a tough deal.
And if I was Riley here, I would not wait for another Colossus to pop out. I would go.
Yeah, you don't want to metagame this too much. I mean, moving in to take out this third base, while it's a good idea, is only allowing Helios the opportunity to get out the correct units to deal with this, as well as he'll see exactly what's in this army, so should be better prepared. However, that being said, he also can't afford to lose this economy. So, come late game, which actually I mean, we really are already in the late game, but feels like mid game, considering the number of bases we've got. But that's okay. I mean, so far so good. I mean, I must say that Riley being maxed out here, going to be floating a lot of minerals, is a great position to be in. And Helios is trying to back out and make his last stand in the main.
Well, here's the thing. Helios is pretty much starved. He's almost starved for minerals now.
Oh, he is. I mean, his naturals mined out. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing he can do. He can't afford to trade armies here. He's got to obliterate this. And okay, force fielding, sort of, but Riley being a little bit... I don't know. I mean, you just can't engage on the ramp like that. You've got to either push up, or kite back. You can't just stand on the ramp and engage a Protoss army like that. They just will knock through you. It's crazy. But Riley's still coming out ahead, and so I expect Riley to still take down the win here.
I was about to say, if you haven't quite to lower those Vikings to the ground, and he just did, just as I said that, which he's going to lose them.
Wow. I just don't understand how he lost so many units, and now backing out, he's going to wait for some reinforcements, and here comes another ball, but should be moving in. He can't. This is the trouble for Riley. Don't wait right now. You just go. Helios cannot reproduce an army. Don't give him the chance to. You just go take the win at this point. And so moving forward here is the key. He needs to bring all of these medevacs with and just make it happen.
We have 1 mining base that's not even close to being saturated, so he's really stuck. Money Helios is.
Yeah, and we've got some probes transferring over there, but I mean, this attack should be the game ender. It should be.
Should keyword.
Yeah.
Well, we might see a 50-minute game. I don't know. Oh, nice little snipe of the pylon, canceling those warp-ins. And looks like we may see these last units melt away. And all these warp gates are on power down here. And oh, here we go. Helios GG. Then Riley is our second advancee into the final. And do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because we are about to have the Alt StarCraft Novice Arena Finals coming right at you next.